It's time now for the Peter Channel Start-Off News. It is early Sunday morning, June 26, 2016. And just before the Peter Channel signs off for the night, a summary of the overnight news headlines on this early Sunday morning, 26th of June 2016. I'm Peter Wiggins. Top news headlines at 1:05 a.m. on this early Sunday morning is... Yes, it's actually happened that people of Britain are talking seriously about the possibility of another referendum. A petition call for another referendum. However, Britain should say the European Union has now received at least 2.1 billion signatures. A daily wildfire in the Lake Isabel area of Kerry County, California, that burned down some more than 50 structures that was threatening that about 1,500 may have claimed another life as firefighters frantically worked Saturday to contain the out-of-control inferno. Washington. Conservative commentator and columnist George Wilson, he leaves the Republican Party because Donald Trump needs advocated that others will do the same. West Virginia flooded leaves at least 23 dead. The foreign ministers has 6 founding members of the European Union, Belgium, French, Germany, Italy, Luxembourg, and the Netherlands met in Berlin on Saturday to discuss the fallout from the British referendum. The European Union has clarified a way the UK can kickstart form of negotiations to exit the bloc following Thursday's referendum. Mogadishu, Somalia. Gunmen stormed the hotel in the Somali capital of Mogadishu on Saturday after a detonated car filled with explosives at the hotel had attacked and left at least 15 people dead and 25 others injured, police said. Shadow Foreign Secretary Hillary Clinton has sacked from the shadow of cabinet and claims he have. Candidate ministers to resign should Jeremy Corbyn ignore vote of no confidence. Madrid Spaniards are voting in a general election on Sunday just 6 months after a last and successful attempt to pick a new government. Fort Worth, Texas. Bloodstains, which is the outside of Studio Safe for hip-hop dead studio broken glass from a terrific case covered the floor Saturday morning after a suspected gang-related shooting at an off-hours party killed 2 people and injured 5. A tragedy in East Orange, New Jersey as authorities say a 6-year-old New Jersey boy playing with a gun fatally shot his 4-year-old brother in the head. Ballymede, Scotland. Donald Trump's proposed ban on Muslims entering the United States has been a central issue of his campaign, but described as been differently in the weeks since the mass shooting in Orlando. Toronto TransCanada Corporation has formally requested an arbitration over President Obama's rejected a case with XL Pipeline seeking $50 billion in damages. The company said its legal papers dated on Friday. While the world mulls over the impact of the British force to the extent that the European Union travelers and the travel industry are taking stock and making plans. Authorities in California have found possibly human remains in the home that burned during a fast-moving wildfire that swept parts of the Sierra Nevada mountains Thursday and Friday. Fire that continued to grow but at a slower pace Saturday. F. Lee Bailey, O.J. Simpson attorney files for bankruptcy. In local news, an antique steamboat headed for the scrapyard has been saved. Contractor John Walsh and Walsh Contracting in Ann Arbor acquired the Buffalo Springfield machine. Last week, a demolition company hired by the Rains of City's former public works yard after he learned about the plan to dump it. He intended to clean the 20,000-pound gasoline-powered machine, but explained even see they can make it start. The machine is at least 35 years old and maybe 85 older and manufactured data yet to be 2% machines pictured on the line dated from the 1890s looks a mill about Walsh off is about its durability. When the outer school officials made a pitch to the city council in March for more cash to cover a $4 million and $7 million shortfall in fiscal year 2017 budget, they put out a slideshow to make a case. Pilots and airplane lovers got a chance to tour the Mansfield Municipal Airport's new headquarters on Saturday, and the verdict was a thumbs up. Plainville, more than 500 people gathered at the Old Wood School Saturday morning at the 5th annual Melia 5K to crash cancer roadways, which is expected to raise $25,000 for cancer research. Attleboro teacher pay was a bitter issue in the school funding battle. Rehoboth Fasicong man died after his motorcycle collided head-on with a truck driven by a resident who now faces motor vehicle homicide and drug driving charges. The Cumberland Farm store at Briggs Corner number was closed by health officials Saturday afternoon after the fire extinguisher was mounted over the gas pump's discharge. And now look at the news around the state. Boston fire officials say a blaze broke out of the warehouse in the Hyde Park, sending up thick box but they could see miles away. The fire department says on a Twitter page that the fire broke out about 5:40 p.m. Saturday at Hyde Park Bakery and Landscape Supplies. Because of the smoke, some apartment houses nearby were evacuated. No serious injuries were reported. Fire officials say they are sure what materials are burning, probably tanks of hazardous gas but inside the building. They expect to be working the fire front tonight. The Saw Cluster NGC 1854 have been imaged by the Hubble Space Telescope in a new photograph. What sounds can be gleaned from the dazzling image? Scientists have come across pink snow in an Arctic in many regions, which likely somebody tipped account of watermelon juice and snow. When humans grow old, they become more selective about the friends many prefer to stay isolated with a limited group of friends during old age. The study, published in the journal BMC Public Health, found that some 4,800 chemicals in cigarettes, many of them in carcinogens, but most of the people who are smokers have no clue what they're inhaling, according to Biomed Central. Port Arkansas, Texas, but man in Texas never man have been diagnosed with an infection of a flesh-eating bacteria from a trip to the Texas Gulf Coast beach. Peter Jones News Time is now 1:10 on this early Sunday morning. And it is time now for a New England Incident Alert report in Malden, Massachusetts, at Brown Eastern Avenue at 11:35 p.m. But of accident with no serious injuries. And in Shrewsbury, Vermont, a major accident at 3423 Upper Cold River Road. ATV accident, one trauma alert victim. Peter Cello News Time, 1:11 on this early Sunday morning. And it's time now for a Trevor Report. Let's study it on a down in Eastern Connecticut, where it's looking good out with Zimbabwe's the Ocean State. But 495 on the northbound side, it is slow around Route 140 in Mansfield. That's because we got an accident on the ramp to 140 on the 495 on the northbound side from 140 in Mansfield. And Route 1 on the Route Mass Parking on the westbound side, little so around the Logan Airport stretch of Route 2 on the westbound side, little so around Route 128 in Lexington. And Interstate 91 on the northbound side, it did slow around the Mass Pike in Springfield. And New York State 3 in the eastbound side, little slow around I-87 in Albany, New York. Down in New York City, 95 on the southbound side. On the northbound side, it is over the Bronx all the way up to Riverdale. Bronx all the way out to New Rochelle. 95 on the northbound side, it's over from George Washington Bridge all the way to I-87. I-87 on the southbound side, also on I-95 in the Bronx. 295 on both ends, also the Bronx. Frontenac Bridge, Bronx Westwood Bridge, on both ends, it's logo. If you are driving on the northbound side, so from Midtown Manhattan Tunnel all the way at Harlem. If you are driving the southbound side, also in Manhattan Stretch. Links on the westbound side, slow, and also Harlem Tunnel slow on both ends. 278 on the westbound side at Versailles Bridge, slow go. Belt Parkway on the westbound side is slow for the Brooklyn stretch. Belt Parkway on the eastbound side, it is slow from Brooklyn all the way at the JFK Airport. 678 on the northbound side, also on the Flushing stretch. New Jersey Turnpike, it's a little slow around Interstate 195 out of New Jersey. And the Garden State Parkway in New Jersey Turnpike is looking good. Highways and byways in New York and Pennsylvania are looking good. 95 on the northbound side, it did so from 97 all the way down to 695 headed towards Baltimore. 95 on the southbound side, also on the Baltimore Harbor Tunnel. Highways and byways, Washington and Annapolis are looking good. And 276 over the westbound side, it's also in Levittown, Pennsylvania. And alright. Let's take a look at MBTA alerts at 1:13 in the morning time. Ferries, they are looking good on the subway system. Looking good. Buses replaced with online service between the Jackson Square and Back Bay stations on June 25th, 26th from start to the end of service. And on the commuter rail, looking good. And please board our apartments, line, trains, and inbound program at Edinburgh Station this weekend, June 25th, June 26th. Peter Cello News Time, 1:14 on this early Sunday morning. Time now for a weather report. For overnight, we'll go like this. Patchwork got to 4 a.m. Otherwise, most goods got about 48 degrees, calm wind. Sunday, Saturday got about 84 degrees. Calm wind becoming in southeast wind 5 miles in the afternoon. Sunday night, patchwork got to 4 a.m. west. Most goods got about 55 degrees. South about 3 to 5 miles an hour for Monday. Patchwork before 7 a.m. west. South got about 83 degrees. South about 5 to 11 miles an hour. Monday night, podcast about 50 degrees. To 60 degrees, south about 7 to 10 miles an hour. For Tuesday, slight chance of showers and thunderstorms. Most gusts got about 80 degrees, just based to 20%. So that at chance of showers and thunderstorms, patchwork after 2 a.m. Otherwise, most gusts got about 62 degrees at chance based to 50%. Wednesday, chance of showers and thunderstorms are possible at 11 a.m. Patchwork before 8 a.m. west. Most gusts got about 80 degrees, chance based to 50%. Wednesday, patchwork up to 2 a.m. west. Most gusts got about 60 degrees. Thursday, most of the goods got 80 to about 59 degrees. Friday, Most of the podcast about 84, about 6 degrees, and for Saturday, Port skies about 84 degrees. Currently, not near, it is 52 degrees with first skies, humidity 93%, 11 above Celsius. The next going to be for the Peter Channel Sun Up News, and it's early Sunday morning, June 26, 2016. Good night and good morning. Right out of time now. It's 15 minutes after 1 a.m. on this early Sunday morning, and the Peter Channel will be signing up for the night. On behalf of the Peter Channel, this is Peter Wiggins. Hope you have a good night and a good morning. See you later in the morning. Good night.